presidents, ministers, member of parliaments, honorable speakers, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor to stand in front of you today and to congratulate on behalf of the Constitutional Court of Georgia on the 30th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall that led to the reunification of the Federal Republic of Germany. First of all, I would like to assert my utmost respect for the event and wholeheartedly thank the organizers for the invitation. The Berlin Wall signified fundamental differences between democracy and dictatorship, the rule of law and the rule of terror. It embodied the lack of freedom, individualism, and fundamental human rights protection under the communist regime. Construction of the wall caused the separation of people from their families, friends, and their loved ones. People living in the East Berlin were massively deprived of fundamental human rights and freedoms, such as right of life, liberty, property, and etc. The quest for freedom is an integral and inseparable part of human nature. Artificial barriers cannot divide the people with shared virtuous values for long. Every time when free will of the people and walls confront each other, the collapse of the latter is inevitable. Throughout the history of the world, from every battle against humanity and rights of people who were brave enough to fight for their freedom have emerged victorious. The Berlin Wall, to the illustration of human separation and oppression, was destroyed by the strong will of the free people. Consequently, fall of the Berlin Wall has become the symbol of freedom, the end of the factual imprisonment of millions of people behind the wall, and collapse of totalitarianism. Personally, for me, it is a unique and fascinating manifestation of courage, determination, and unity of German people. It is noteworthy that the fall of the Berlin Wall was the catalyst of major historical changes in the political, economic, and cultural landscape of the world. Signified the end of the Cold War and reunification of the Federal Republic of Germany. The implications of the fall of the Berlin Wall are not only limited to the historical experience of a particular country, but has also fundamentally influenced the destiny of many other states of transitional democracies. The reunification of Germany and the German society represented a promising and encouraging example for peoples opposing of the undemocratic regime. The fall of the Berlin Wall had a domino effect for the countries which existed under the rule of Soviet regime. It led to political changes in most of the socialist countries of Europe, and finally to the collapse of the Soviet Union. The chain reaction started from Poland, then moved to Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Romania. The wave of mass disobedience has reached Georgia as well. My country has destroyed state independence on April the 9th, 1991, and since then, like other European countries, we are striving to build statehood on the principles of democracy, rule of law, and human rights protection. I represent Constitutional Court of Georgia, which has a crucial importance in the process of the democratic development of the country. As a president of the Constitutional Court, I fully comprehend the responsibility we have in terms of strengthening national human rights protection system in Georgia. I would like to note that the fall of the Berlin Wall is not a completed historical event, but historical experiences often repeat themselves. Unfortunately, the construction of illegitimate borders and artificial barriers continues today in the territory of the sovereign states, contrary to the principle of international law. For me, just like for any other Georgian, Ukrainian, or Moldovan person, this type of barriers, barbed wires, and walls are not an unfamiliar sight. Georgia is occupied by Russia, by Russian Federation, and this is exactly that we have been observing for years by this point of the history. Occupation forces putting up illegitimate borders on the Georgian territory with barbed wires and warning signs. Creeping occupation continues to this day and causes separation of families and gross human rights violations. Taking into consideration our unfortunate reality, dedication of the German people and tireless effort for the unity serves as an inspiration for us and basis for hope that the fight for freedom is never in vain. Federal Republic of Germany is not only a source of inspiration, but also a reliable partner of us. Since our country has regained its independence, Germany has provided impressive assistance to Georgia in our path of building up a modern, Europe-oriented statehood and democratic institutions. I do believe that the present bilateral relations between Georgia and the Federal Republic of Germany will continue to unfold and deepen in future, bringing much more benefits to our countries. Once again, I would like to congratulate each German and the whole free world with the Day of German Unity. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for your interesting speech. Please stay there and see if we have any questions for President Tavadze. Are there any questions? Can I ask you, you said very frankly We are occupied today by Russia. What is a possible peaceful solution, do you think, there? It's Abkhazia you're talking about, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
South Ossetia also.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes. Thank you for your interesting question. You know that about 1 year ago, we put in our constitution that only peace is the future for our country. I mean relationship with Abkhazian and South Ossetian people. So it's my answer about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.